Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Brahman judging for 2026. Our judge here this morning is Mr. Lawson Cam from Campbell Brahmans at Proserpine. He's currently the Senior Vice President of Brahmans Australia and breeds grey and red Brahmans. Now, the first class to be paraded will be a Class 53 Junior Heifer, 8 months and under 12 months. And we should have catalogue numbers 463 to 466 parading. Thank you. We'll commence shortly. It shouldn't be. No, it might be Liz.
Maybe. That's right.
Is that your?
That's the weight sheets.
Yeah.
Any other?
There are bull weight sheets available here and catalogues for sale at the booth behind the judging one. So you're most welcome to obtain them. Would handlers please advise if we have any withdrawals? We've already been advised of several. And in that regard, please note your catalogues with Class 55, and we have catalogue number 469 withdrawn. As I mentioned, we have Class 53 being paraded here now with the heifer 8 months and under 12 months. Catalogue numbers 463, 464, 65 and 66.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Royal Queensland Show for 2026 in the Drought Mastering. Ladies and gentlemen, we will commence judging at 8:30. We do have a series of scratchings which have come from the shed, but if there is anything else, please feel free to come and see us. Let us know. We will commence with Class 141, heifer 8 months and under 12 months. We'll therefore ask the catalogue numbers 610 through 620. Please be prepared to parade before the judge. Ladies and gentlemen, if you do have a catalogue numbers 615 and 618 have been withdrawn.
Ladies and gentlemen, the result of Class 53, which is a Brahman heifer 8 months and under 12 months. First is catalogue number 463, Hableton Chloe 7645, exhibited by the Kirk family. Second is catalogue number 464, Mogul Miss W. Whittlesea S463, exhibited by Mogul Brahman Stud Proprietary Limited. And third is catalogue number 466, exhibited by Busy Wren W33 BIS W33F, exhibited by Busy Brahmans. Our judge, Mr. Lawson Cam, will now comment on the class.
Thank you, and good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me great pleasure to be here today to judge the Brahman judging here at the RNA show, and I must thank the Show Society for giving me the invitation to come here, and also the Brahman Breeders Association for the invitation, and everybody involved. I know it takes a team of people to get this organised, and we look forward to a great day. It's beautiful weather today, and I know I've got some very good cattle here in front of me. And we'll start with this first class. It's a very good line of heifers first up, and a credit to all the breeders and 4 heifers that are very functional and would definitely suit the Brahman industry. And I went with this heifer up in first place. This is a female with a lot of length of body to her. She's a female that's got a lot of bone to her, a lot of fleshing. She's a female that's still very feminine. She's strong along the top line. When you get behind her, she's a female that's got a lot of thickness to her. She's very, very good in a hip to pin structure, and she's a female that's clean underneath, and she stands on good bone and quite correct, and a heifer I like a lot. The next 2 heifers were 2 females that were very, very similar in type. I went with this heifer in second place. I like the clean lines of this heifer, and when we look at her, she's clean underneath, and she walks very well. She's a feminine type heifer. She's got lovely neck extension to her. She's very good along a top line, and good down through a hip to pin structure, and probably just not quite the overall scale of that female up above her, and probably lacking a little bit of the bone that one in first place, but very, very good functional heifer. Same too with this heifer in second place. Like I say, very, very similar type to the heifer in second place. I probably not quite the same amount of bone as a heifer in second place, but very, very good functional heifer. She's very good along a top line and quite feminine. The female down in fourth place here, she's a very well put together heifer. I'd probably just like to maybe see her a little bit cleaner in her lines underneath than the heifers up above her. But 4 very good functional heifers, and a credit to their breeders. Thank you.
Thank you, Lawson. We move now to Class 54, Brahman heifer, 12 months under 14 months. And I understand we have catalogue number 467 to parade. Thank you. Righto.
So there will be 2 classes in
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, would you please note there are 2 separate classes being paraded in the ring at the moment. We also have Class 55 Brahman heifer, 14 months and under 16 months, with catalogue number 468 parading. Ladies and gentlemen, in the previous class 53 heifer, 8 months and under 12 months, there is a third award, and that is for catalogue number 466, Busy Wren W33, exhibited by Busy Brahmans.
Oh, there's more classes. Oh, right.
Oh yeah, they go into the junior champion heifer. And, yeah, righto. Ladies and gentlemen, the result of class 54, which is Brahman heifer 12 months and under 14 months, catalogue number 467, Hazelton Donna Teresa, exhibited by the Kirk family, and also on parade at the moment is class 55, heifer 14 months and under 16 months. And first in that class is catalogue number 468, Sunnyside Park Miss Kiara, exhibited by Sunnyside Park Brahmans. Our judge, Mr. Lawson Cam, will now comment on these two heifers.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'll just make a brief comment on these two heifers because they're both the only ones in each class. But two good beefy type heifers that definitely suit the industry. They're females that got a lot of fleshing to them and standing on good bone. I think as we go further, I'll talk more about these females when we get into the championship. But like I say, two heifers that definitely suit the industry.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we now move to class 56, which is a heifer 16 months and under 18 months, and catalogue numbers 470, 471 and 472 parading.
Very free moving. She's travelled great.
Ladies and gentlemen, the result of Class 56, which is the Brahman heifer, 16 months and under 18 months. First, catalogue number 470, Busy F. Winks W12, exhibited by Busy Brahmans. And second, catalogue number 472, Cadet Miss Indy PS, exhibited by Token Brahmins and Horses. Our judge, Mr. Lawson Cam, will now comment on these heifers.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very nice class of three Brahman heifers. If you just leave this heifer off, man. I really like this heifer up in first place. She's a female that's very mobile. She walks out very well. She's a female that's got a lot of length to her body. When you get behind this female, she's got a lot of thickness to her. She's very feminine. She's very good along the top line, and she's clean underneath, and parades very well. She's got lovely neck extension to her, and I like it. She's a good heifer. The heifer up in second place. Similar type of heifer, also a female with a lot of length of body to her. She's a female that is still quite feminine. I don't think she's probably quite as strong along the spine as the female up in first place, but a very, very nice heifer and worthy of the second position. This female down in third place, she's a female with a lot of depth of body to her. She's got a lot of fleshing. She's quite good along the top line. I'd probably just like to see her parade a little bit better. Those
Still has thickness, still has speed.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll now have catalogue number 464 into the ring for the judging of the reserve junior champion Brahman heifer. Ladies and gentlemen, the junior champion Brahman heifer for 2026 is catalogue number 463, which is Hazelton Chloe 7645, exhibited by the Kirk family. And the reserve champion is catalogue number 470, Busy F. Winks W12, exhibited by Busy Brahmans. Our judge, Mr. Lawson Cam, will now comment on these two heifers.
I'll just do a lap. Yep. Okay, I'll just do a lap and make sure everyone's right.
Ladies and gentlemen, a strong class when we get out here in the championships, and all very good females right through. And I'm looking for females that are functional and have got the ability to go out there and walk and also carry the beef and the condition and that we're looking for. And this female in first place in the championship here, I think she capulates all of those. She's a female that's got a lot of thickness to her. She's a female that stands on good bone. She's structurally very sound. She's clean underneath. She's a heifer that's very feminine, and she's very good along the spine, and she's got a lot of neck extension to her, and I think she is a very good complete sort of package, and only a young heifer, and I think she's got a big future. I went with this red female in reserve position. I like this heifer. I like the spine on this female. She's very good along the top line. When you get behind her, she's got a lot of thickness to her, and she's also a free moving type heifer with a lot of length to her and feminine. She's in her second trimester of calving, so she's got good fertility there, and what we're after, and she's very worthy of the reserve ribbon. So all in all, a great line of heifers, and credit to all their exhibitors. Thank you.
Lawson, can I grab some signatures while we
Yeah.
get the reports in, if that's okay? Just initials fine, just on either side. How are you? How are you? You're on. Do you need anything?
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll move shortly to the judging of the first junior bull classes with class 58 bull 8 months and under 12 months to parade, and we'll have catalogue numbers 475 to 477. Again, please note that there are weight sheets available here for those of you that would like to see them, and there are catalogues for sale behind the stand here. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we'll now have parading the first of the junior Brahman bull classes, class 58, bull 8 months and under 12 months, and catalogue numbers 475, 476 and 477 parading. Catalogue number 475 weighs 436 kgs with P8 and rib measurements of 8 and 5 millimetres, an eye muscle area of 88 square centimetres. Catalogue number 476 weighs 442 kgs with P8 and rib measurements of 6 and 5 millimetres, eye muscle area of 81 square centimetres. And catalogue number 477 weighs 510 kgs with P8 and rib measurements of 9 and 6 millimetres, and eye muscle area of 112 square centimetres. Your comment?
After he does more comment,
Oh, yeah, thanks. Ladies and gentlemen, the result of Class 58, which is a Brahman bull, 8 months and under 12 months. First, catalogue number 477. Busy F Will I Am W46, exhibited by Busy Brahmans. And second is catalogue number 475. Busy F Warney W40, exhibited by Busy Brahmans. And in third place, catalogue number 476, Mogul Sir Rip S447, exhibited by Mogul Brahman Stud Proprietary Limited. Our judge, Mr. Lawson Cam, will now comment on these bulls.
Ladies and gentlemen, starting now onto the bull classes, and three very, very handy bulls here. And I went with this bull up in first place. I really like this bull. He's a bull that's got a lot of thickness to him. He walks out well and carries himself very well. You get behind him and he's thick and he's strong and on his top line. He's a bull that's got a lot of sire appeal to him. He's clean enough underneath. He's standing on good bone, and I think he's a good package overall. This bull in second place. More of a clean sort of a bull. He's a bull that's got very good hip to pin structure when you get behind him. He's probably lacking of the overall size and the scale and the bone of that bull up above him, but he's a well put together functional bull. He's very clean underneath, and he's got good sire appeal and a handy calf. This bull in third place. He's too probably just lacking the overall scale of those two bulls up above him. He's probably not as sire outlook as the two bulls above him, but he's a bull that's very clean underneath and structurally sound, and quite a mobile calf, and three very, very good bulls.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next class parading is Class 59, Brahman Bull, 12 months under 14 months. And we have catalogue numbers 478, 479. Is catalogue number 480 available or withdrawn? Would you please advise the stewards? Thank you. Catalogue 480 has been withdrawn. Catalogue number 478 weighs 614 kgs with P8 and rib measurements of 11 and 8 millimetres, an eye muscle area of 113 square centimetres, and catalogue number 479 weighs 582 kgs with P8 and rib measurements of 9 and 7 millimetres, an eye muscle area of 111 square centimetres. Ladies and gentlemen, if there are representatives of the Brahman Society here who wish to be involved with presentations, would you please advise us at the microphone so that we can organise that? Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, the result of Class 59, which is a Brahman bull, 12 months and under 14 months. First, catalogue number 478, Hazelton Hannibal, exhibited by the Kirk family. And second, catalogue number 479, Hazelton Red Emperor, exhibited by the Kirk family. Our judge, Mr. Lawson Cam, will now comment on these bulls.
Ladies and gentlemen, I really can see that the Brahman industry is in good hands when we've got two bulls like this in a class, and they're two very, very good bulls, and well, one grey bull and one red bull, but they're very, very similar in type. But I went with this grey bull and up in first place. I really like this bull. He's structurally sound, and when he stands up very square, and he's a bull that's very good along his top line, and he's a bull that's got a lot of length of body to him. He's probably got a bit more length of body to him to the bull in second place, which was one of the reasons I got him up there. But he's a bull that's very sound. Like I said, he's clean underneath. He's a bull that's got a lot of sire appeal. When you get behind, he's very thick in those hip to pins and good through his shoulders. And he's a pretty complete sort of a bull. I really like that bull. I like this bull also, the style of this bull. He's a bull that's got a lot of meat to him and carries right down through his hind legs. He's a bull that stands on good bone. Like I said, probably not quite the length of body as the bull up in first place. I'd probably doesn't parade as well as the bull up in first place, but a bull with a lot of sire appeal, and two very, very good bulls.
Thank you, Lawson. We move now to Class 60, which is a Brahman bull, 14 months and under 16 months, and we'll have catalogue numbers 481 and 482 parading. Thank you.
Gentlemen, the Drought Master Ring, just a bit more information about the bull's current front of you. Catalogue number 635, current weight of 335 kilos.
Sorry?
Root factor of
Yeah, that's what I was just going to say because it wasn't written there.
Catalogue number 636 has a current weight of 389 kilos. Root factor of 75, DNA of 80. Catalogue number 637 has a current weight of 332 kilos. Root factor of 5 and 4. DNA of 77. Catalogue number 638 is a current weight of 445 kilos. Root factor of 6 and 4. DNA of 85.
Catalogue 481 weighs 466 kgs with P8 and rib measurements of 8 and 5 millimetres and an eye muscle area of 93 square centimetres. And catalogue number 482 weighs 552 kgs with P8 and rib measurements of 7 and 5 millimetres and eye muscle area of 122 square centimetres.
Catalogue number 644 has a current weight of 468 kilos. Root factor of 8 and 5. DNA of 85.
We've got sunscreen over at the tent. I've just rubbed some in. I'm hoping I've got it all. I hope I've got all the places. Oh, okay. Of course, yeah.
right to me?
I have no clue because I'm not even meant to be.
Oh, you're not
I'm
meant
meant to be next one.
Oh. Oh.
It runs straight on. So
Yeah, perfect. Yeah.
that helps.
Yep. Yeah. So I'm just going by my box.
Yeah, so you've got Brahman, then the Brangus, and then the two
Ultras later.
alternates. Yeah.
Oh, all 5 of them, or 2 of them, 4 of them, or something.
What
Not
was
many.
it? Wasn't many.
Not many of them. Ultras. The
Ultra
red
blacks,
and
Oh,
ultra
ultra
reds,
black.
yeah.
Is that all we got today? Or
Yeah, I think so.
that'll do.
That's enough.
Have we got to do all that this morning or ultra blacks this afternoon?
I think Brangus and Ultras are later on.
Yeah,
I think we've just got Brahmins this morning.
The whole.
That's a whole thing.
It's a whole.
Okay, so when a Brangus start?
Another photo. He said that.
Day after lunch, maybe.
Like 11:30 or something.
Full lunch.
Full lunch, yeah. I thought it'd be 1.
That's right. Brangus not before 11:30. Ultra blacks not before 1:30. There's 38 Brangus and 5 ultra blacks.
Yeah.
So
okay
we'll
then.
have a bit of a break, probably. Yeah.
Wonder if we get fed.
Look,
I know where the
In
food tent.
advance?
I know where the food tent is.
excellent. In advance of last year, because last year we didn't have any water,
I
we didn't
know.
have anything
Oh,
at all.
really?
We have water,
And there is.
and we have biscuits, and we have some nibbly things, and we have to share with the tent with group 3.
And the lunch tent is that tent just there. That white tent that's just behind here
Right.
is the food tent.
Oh,
So
the
there's-
Suncorp one.
No,
Next-
just
oh,
one
next
of
to that.
these.
Yeah.
Just
okay.
here behind the shower. I mean, there's tea,
Right.
tea, coffee,
Oh,
lunch.
I
Like
see.
we'll all get
Food
done.
in
So you
there.
can go in there, make your coffee, tea,
Right. Gotcha.
water,
Gotcha.
soft drink, juice.
Oh, good.
Significant better.
Excellent.
Yes.
I am
So,
loving because last year was
It's the one just here.
Right,
Like
okay.
in between here and the shower.
Shower.
Yeah. Like she said, there's soft drink, there's juice,
Oh,
there's
that's good
tea,
to know.
lots of.
Second place today, we have
She said,
I
just
might
go
go for a walk there later and just survey the surroundings.
I'm actually gonna make a cup of tea next show.
I just went to the
Mind you, I've been
Good job. 482.
It's Monday and they only told me that today.
Oh, yeah, that's right on brand for it.
At least they want me for water.
Good.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, the young bull that I put up in first place again.
Ladies and gentlemen, the result of Class 60, which is the Brahman bull, 14 months and under 16 months. First is catalogue number 482, Sunnyside Park Mr. Kane, exhibited by Sunnyside Park Brahmans. And second is catalogue number 481, Olive Dudley 1467, exhibited by the St Joseph's Nudgee College. And our judge, Mr. Lawson Cam, will now comment on these bulls.
The two fully muscle developed. I just think as they get older.
Ladies and gentlemen, two handy bulls in this class. I went with this bull up in first place. I think it was his overall length of body, and they got him up into first place. He's got a bit more length of body. The bull in second place. He's very good along his top line, and he's a bull that's got a bit of sire appeal to him. He's clean underneath and stands on quite good bone. Like I say, this bull in second place probably hasn't got the scale or the size of that or the length of that bull up in first place. The bull in first place had a little bit more weight to him, but this is a functional type bull. He's good along his top line. He's a bull with a bit of sire appeal, and he's very, very tidy underneath and handy type calf. Thank you.
The bull in third place, a bull that really has a good carcass to him. He's very strong through the spine, as you can see as he walks around.
Ladies and gentlemen, 18 months. We should have catalogue numbers 483 to 488 parading, thank you. If there are any more recent withdrawals, please let us know. Catalogue number 483 weighs 610 kgs with P8 and rib measurements of 17 and 10 millimetres and an eye muscle area of 121 square centimetres. Catalogue 484 weighs 648 kgs, P8 and rib fat measurements of 11 and 6 millimetres, an eye muscle area of 125 square centimetres. Catalogue 485 weighs 562 kgs, P8 and rib measurements of 10 and 6 millimetres, and an eye muscle area of 110 square centimetres. Catalogue 486 weighs 626 kgs, P8 and rib measurements of 10 and 7 millimetres, an eye muscle area of 105 square centimetres. Catalogue 487 weighs 640 kgs, P8 and rib measurements of 10 and 7 millimetres, eye muscle area of 121 square centimetres. Catalogue 488 weighs 686 kgs with P8 and rib measurements of 14 and 10 millimetres and eye muscle area of 118 square centimetres.
very much. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now move.
Ladies and gentlemen, the result of Class 62, which is a Brahman bull, 18 months and under 20 months. First, catalogue number 489, Token Ragnar TK 1432, exhibited by Token Brahmans and Horses. And second, catalogue number 490, Olive Angus 1445, exhibited by St Joseph's Nudgee College. Our judge, Mr Lawson Cam, will now comment on these bulls.
Ladies and gentlemen, only two in this class, but two very functional bulls, and bulls that will suit the industry, and bulls that I think will go up into Northern Australia and those sort of bulls do a job for us. So this bull up in first place, I really like the mobility of this bull. He walks out really well. He's a bull that's got a fair bit of length of body to him. He's good and straight along his top line, and a bit of sire appeal to him, and thickness of body, and but he's a very mobile type bull, and that's what I really liked about him and got him up into first place. There's bull in second place, very sound type bull as well, but obviously not carrying the overall scale and volume of that bull up in first place, and probably not the same length of body, but he's a bull that's strong along his top, and he's a bull that's got some thickness and some muscling to him, and he's a bull that's very sound, and he's very, very much got a place in our industry, this type of bull. So two very, very good bulls, functional size. Thank you.
Thank you, Lawson. We move now to the judging of the junior champion Brahman bull, and we should have catalogue numbers 477, 478, 482, 484 and 489 parading. Thank you. And would the second place getters in the classes of those parading please stand by in case you're required for the judging of the reserve junior champion. We'll have catalogue number 479 now to parade for the judging of the reserve junior champion Brahman bull. Ladies and gentlemen, the result of class or of the junior champion Brahman bull for 2026 is catalogue number 478. Hazelton Hannibal 7517, exhibited by the Kirk family, and the reserve champion is catalogue number 484. And that's catalogue number is 2AM 10030, exhibited by 2AM Brahmans. Our judge, Mr. Lawson Cam, will now comment on these bulls.
Ladies and gentlemen, in that championship division, like very, very good bulls right through. Not just these two bulls, bulls further down the line. All bulls that are very sound and bulls that fit the industry and have a place in the industry, and that's what we're looking for. And I know the Brahman breed's in good hands when we see bulls like we saw out here in the ring today. And I went with this bull up and for the champion. I really like this bull. I think he's very much a complete package. I think if we start with him from his head, he's a bull that's got a lot of sire appeal to him. He's got a lot of neck extension to him, a lot of thickness in the front of him. He stands very correct in his feet and legs. He's a bull that's very tidy underneath, and you get behind him, he's got a lot of thickness to him, and that muscling carries all the way through his body, and he's a bull that's got very strong on his top line, and he's a bull that's got a lot of weight for age to him, but he carries himself well. He's very sound and quite mobile for a young bull that carries that much condition and that much thickness to him, and I think he's a very well put together young bull. So this bull put in reserve, I really like this bull as well. Probably a little bit different style of bull. He's a bull with a little bit more frame size to him and a lot of length of body to him. I really like the head on this bull and the bone in him and his length of body and his tidy in his underline and his testicular development, and they're both two very good bulls, and like I say, a little bit different in type. I just went with that more moderate size, thicker type bull up in the champion position, but two very, very good bulls. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Lawson. We'll move shortly to the judging of senior cow or heifer classes, and beginning with class 63, which is a Brahman heifer, 20 months and under 24 months. We've been advised of the withdrawal of catalogue number 499. If there are any further withdrawals, would someone please advise the stewards? Thank you very much.
Gender View Invitational Bull Sale will offer 65 industry-relevant Limousin and Angus bulls at the Coolabunya Sale Yards, August 15th. Semen and morphology tested, fully vaccinated, a bull for everyone. Contact your preferred GDL agent. The Gender View Invitational Bull Sale will offer 65 industry-relevant Limousin and Angus bulls at the Coolabunya Sale Yards, August 15th. Semen and morphology tested.
So, ladies
fully
and gentlemen, we
vaccinated,
move
a
now
bull for
to
everyone.
the
Contact
judging
your
of
preferred GDL agent.
the Brahman Senior Cow Heifer, and commencing with Class 63, which is catalogue numbers 491 to 498. Thank you.
24 months and up to 30 months. In first place today, we've got catalogue number 662, Karma Jacket, exhibited by Green Linda Nugent.
What's
In second place today, we've got catalogue number 663, exhibited by Darabelle Central School.
Ladies and gentlemen, the result of Class 63, which is a Brahman heifer, 20 months and under 24 months. First is catalogue number 492, Raglan Miss Casey, RAG 4798F, exhibited by Raglan Brahmans. Second is catalogue number 498, Busy Vintage Pearl V18, exhibited by Busy Brahmans. And third is catalogue number 497, Busy Via Sistina V29, exhibited by Busy Brahmans. Our judge, Mr. Lawson Cam, will now comment on these heifers.
Ladies and gentlemen, back into the females and a nice bigger class of females, and very good females right through from this first heifer right through. But I'm looking for females that have got a lot of femininity to them, females that are structurally sound and good, that optimum frame size that I'm looking for, and this female capsulates all of that. She's a female that's got a lot of length of body to her. She's very feminine. She's got a beautiful neck extension to her. She's clean underneath. Got a good udder development, and she's in a third trimester of pregnancy, which is what I want to see in females, and they're productive and at a good age, and she does ticks all those boxes, and a very, very good heifer. I went with this heifer in second place. I think when you get behind her, she's got that lovely wedge shape that I'm looking for, and she's a optimum size type female. She's a female that's got a lot of femininity to her, and neck extension to her, and she's probably just carrying a little bit of condition through a brisket area compared to that one up above her, but she's a very functional type heifer, and I think got a good future. I went with this heifer in third place. I think she's very similar in type to the heifer in second place. That medium frame school female with a lot of femininity to her, and a nice wedge shape to her, and they're both in calf and but productive type females, and but right through, very strong class of heifers, and credit to you all. Thank you.
Thanks, Lawson, and ladies and gentlemen, please note that winner, catalogue number 492, was sashed here this morning by one of our showgirls, Vanessa Bevan, and we thank them and all the showgirls present for their attendance here today. Ladies and gentlemen, we move now to Class 64, which is a Brahman cow heifer, 24 months and under 30, with catalogue number 500 parading. Thank you. We'll now have catalogue number 502 to parade for the judging of the reserve senior champion cow or heifer. Thank you. And ladies and gentlemen, the senior champion cow or heifer this morning, as well as receiving the association sash, or will be sashed by two of the showgirls here this year, and that's Grace Hankinson from Gympie and Charlene Osbert from Chinchilla. And we thank them very much for their attendance here today. Ladies and gentlemen, the senior champion Brahman cow or heifer for 2026 is catalogue number 504, Raglan Miss Harper, RAG 4536, exhibited by Raglan Brahmans. And the reserve champion is catalogue number 507, Cadet Miss Garland D2C 73, exhibited by Token Brahmans and Horses. As I mentioned earlier, they are being sashed this morning by representatives of the Showgirls competition, and our judge, Mr. Lawson Cam, will now comment on these cows.
Ladies and gentlemen, I really enjoy it when we get to the end of the day of some of these senior champion divisions, and we got the champions out there, and right through the lineup from these two cows up the front to those at the back, we've got all females of very similar type. They're all females that are very functional, and females that have got a lot of femininity to them and got some length of body to them, and the neck extension that I'm looking for, and that wedge type shape that I'm looking for. I went with this, obviously this cow up in first place. She's a cow that when we look into her, she's got a lot of capacity to her, a lot of volume to her. She's a very long type cow, and she's got a lovely shape to her, a lot of thickness in her hind quarter, and she's clean through her front and got nice neck extension, and she's clean underneath, and she stands on good bone, and she's got a pretty good udder to her, and she's got a big sappy calf behind her, and she's back in calf, and I think she represents all the things that we're looking for in the industry of a functional type female to go out there and do the job here in Australia for the Brahman breed, and she's a good example of what we're looking for. Like I said about this reserve female in class, she's probably obviously lacking a little bit of the condition of that senior cow, but she's putting it into a calf, and when we look into her, she's a female that's got the structure that I'm looking for, and she's got that lovely wedge shape to her, and she's got a lot of thickness behind, and clean through her front and clean underlines, and I think a very good feminine type cow, and two very good cows, and very similar in type, and what I'm looking for. Thank you.
Just grab a drink or something if you like now. Oh yeah, okay. Thank you, Lawson. And ladies and gentlemen, we will pause briefly so that stewards and the judge can get a bit of morning tea. So We'll be through that as quickly as possible and then commence.
Ladies and gentlemen, only one in this class, but a well and truly worth winner in the first place, Ribbon. A bull that sits pretty well right in the middle of most things here. A bull that's complete, he's got enough bone, he's balanced, he's looking fine underneath, good reproductively sound. There's enough thickness to this bull, he's got plenty of muscle to him, carries him through his spine and very through movement.
No worries, all good, I'll hang on. I'll
Ticks a lot of boxes, probably not
Are we
extremely
breaking now or after the grand champion?
definitely he's industry relevant and a bull that will go out and do a good job, whether you want to.
So briefly, ladies and gentlemen, we'll break after the judging of the grand champion cow or heifer, not after the class at the moment.
On to class 1.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we now have the judging of the grand champion Brahman cow or heifer for 2026, and we have catalogue numbers 463 and 507 parading. As well as the association shield and trophy. The grand champion cow or heifer receives the Philisinus trophy sponsored by the Australian Brahman Breeders Association, and presented here today by Sue Ennis, and also the Elders Shield of Excellence sponsored by Elders Limited, which the RNA are most appreciative that covers all breeds over the next 2 days. And we have Mitchell Jackson from Elder Studstock Mergen here to do that presentation for the grand champion cow.
In second place today we have catalogue number 673. Once again receiving the association sash, which has been presented by Stephanie.
Come and go a bit. Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me pleasure to judge a grand champion female here today at the RNA show, and we had a beautiful lineup of females all the way through, and I think it's a credit to all the exhibitors of what we saw here today, and we've come out now with with the junior female and the senior female. And if I look at these two animals, I think the junior female is just a younger version of the senior ones. They're very similar in type, and that's what we're looking for. A few weeks ago, I was went up and judged the Catherine show and spent a bit of time in the Northern Territory, and that's where our Brahman breed shines up in Northern Australia. And we need cattle that will go out there and be functional and mobile and get around and then do the job that we expect them to do. And I know both these animals would. They're both very structurally sound, and they're both feminine type animals. And we've got a young heifer there that's beautifully well put together. She stands on good bone, and she's very feminine, and she's very strong along the top line, and she carries that fleshing right down through her hind quarter, and she's got beautiful depth to body to her, and she's got a lovely flank to her, and she's a very, very well put together heifer. The cow, the senior cow, she's a beautiful cow. I think she's got a lot of volume to her and a lot of capacity to her, and she's doing a job on a big calf, and she's back in calf, and two very good animals. And I'm not going to go on trying to split them, but today there could be only one winner, and I'll go ahead now and select my grand champion.
Thanks, Lawson. Ladies and gentlemen, the Grand Champion Brahman cow or heifer for 2026 is catalogue number 504, which is Raglan Miss Harper RAG 4536F, and that's exhibited by Raglan Brahmans. And that cow is being sashed here this morning by Sue Innes. And also receives the Phyllis Innes Trophy, sponsored by the Australian Brahman Breeders Association, and the Elder Shield of Excellence, which is being presented here this morning by Mitchell Jackson from Elder Studstock Mergen.
Gender View Invitational Bull Sale will offer 65 industry-relevant Limousin and Angus bulls at the Coolabunya Sale Yards, August 15th. Semen and morphology tested, fully vaccinated, a bull for everyone. Contact your preferred GDL agent. The Gender View The Gender View Invitational Bull Sale will offer 65 industry-relevant Limousin and Angus bulls at the Coolabunya Sale Yards, August 15th. Semen and morphology tested, fully vaccinated, a bull for everyone. Contact your preferred GDL agent. The Gender View The Gender View Invitational Bull Sale will offer 65 industry-relevant Limousin and Angus bulls at the Coolabunya Sale Yards, August 15th. Semen and morphology tested, fully vaccinated, a bull for everyone. Contact your preferred GDL agent. The Gender View
Brahman bulls for 2026. We'll commence with Class 67, which is Brahman bull 20 months and under 22 months. I understand we have catalogue numbers 510 to 513 to parade. Thank you. If there are any more recent withdrawals, please let the stewards know. Thank you. Catalogue 510 weighs 700 kgs with P8 and rib fat measurements of 9 and 6 millimetres and an eye muscle area of 118 square centimetres. Catalogue 511 weighs 750 kgs with P8 and rib fat measurements of 15 and 10, an eye muscle area of 140 square centimetres. Catalogue 512 weighs 646 kgs with P8 and rib measurements of 11 and 7 millimetres and an eye muscle area of 117 square centimetres. Catalogue 513 weighs 676 kgs with P8 and rib fat measurements of 9 and 7 millimetres and an eye muscle area of 127 square centimetres. Ladies and gentlemen, the result of Class 67, Brahman Bull 20 months, another 22 months first, catalogue number 511, Raglan Mr. Hayden, RAG 487M, exhibited by Raglan Brahmans, and second, catalogue number 513, Sunnyside Park Mr. Jace, MKB 211, exhibited by Sunnyside Park Brahmans, and catalogue number 510, Raglan Mr. Archie, RAG 4871M, exhibited by Raglan Brahmans. Now, our judge, Mr. Lawson Cam, will comment on these bulls, and this morning they are being sashed by Mr. Tony Perrott, the Queensland Minister for Agriculture, and very welcome here today. I'll now ask our judge to comment on these bulls. You right? Oh, right. Yep.
Thanks, Tony. Ladies and gentlemen, another good, strong class of bulls, full bulls in this class, and very even type bulls and functional bulls that really do suit our industry. And this bull I went up, used in first place. This is a bull that tracks very well. He's a very sound type bull. He's a bull that I like. He's got a lower sire appeal to him, and we look into him. He's a bull that's very good along his top line. He's got a lot of length to him. He's got a fair bit of depth of body to him, and you get behind him, he's very good in his hip to pins, and he carries right through. He's a bull that's, like I said, very sound in his legs, and he stands on good bone, and a sorry type bull, and I think a very well put together calf. There's bull in second place. If we look into this bull, I think he's got a lot of potential to him. He's a bull that's got a lot of length of body to him. He's a bit cleaner, he's clean underneath sort of a bull. He's a long bull. Probably like to see him a little bit more depth of body to that bull up in first place, but I think he's got a bit of future to him, this bull, and he stands on good bone and pretty mobile and walks well. This bull in third place, this is a bull that's got a lot of meat to him and a lot of capacity to him, and I'd probably just like to see him track a little bit better compared to those two bulls up above him. Probably like to just tidy his sheath up a little bit, but he's a handy calf, and same too with this bull down in fourth place, that he's a bull that's carrying a lot of fleshing to him, and I'd just like to probably clean him up a little bit in those underlines, and but he's got a lot of capacity to him and length to him, and four very good bulls, and a credit to all the exhibitors. Thank you.
Good to see you too.
Thank you, Lawson. Now we move, ladies and gentlemen, to Class 68, which is a Brahman bull, 22 months and under 24 months. We have catalogue number 515 to parade. You'll note that catalogue number 514 has been withdrawn. And again, I ask if there are any further withdrawals that we haven't been advised of, please let one of these stewards know. Thank you. Catalogue number 515 weighs 656 kgs with P8 and rib fat measurements of 11 and 7 millimetres and an eye muscle area of 120 square centimetres. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of Class 68, Brahman Bull, 22 months and under 24 months, is catalogue number 515, Mogul Rex H, exhibited by the Mogul Brahman Stud Proprietary Limited. And our judge, Mr. Lawson Cam, will comment on this bull.
Ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, the only bull in this class, but as this bull leads off, I think he's a functional type bull. He's a very sound type bull. He's a bull that's a stand on adequate bone, and he's well put together. He's a bull that's got a bit of length to him, and he's straight along his top line and tidy underneath, and functionally very sound and a handy bull.
Thank you. Thank you, Lawson. The next class in will be number 69, Brahman Bull, 24 months and under 30 months. And we should have catalogue numbers 517, 518 and 519 parading. Thank you.
Oh yeah, it was only the one. It was only 515. Yeah. And there's one over payment. Yeah. As far as we know. Yep. Thank you. It's written on his number card.
Yeah.
His weight, anyway.
Second place today we have catalogue number 678, exhibited by ask our judge for comments on the votes.
Ladies and gentlemen, the first catalogue number 517 is not recorded in the weight sheets, but that's catalogue number 517, weighs 916 kgs. He has P8 and rib fat measurements of 13 and 12 millimetres and an eye muscle area of 142 square centimetres. Catalogue 518 weighs 776 kgs with P8 and rib fat measurements of 16 and 12 millimetres, an eye muscle area of 123 square centimetres. And catalogue number 519 weighs 816 kgs with P8 and rib fat measurements of 11 and 7 millimetres and an eye muscle area of 135 square centimetres.
Ladies and gentlemen, now we're on to class 156, our breeding street. Three animals, both sexes to be represented by the exhibitors. All animals must be there are four options here. We'll ask the catalogue number 679 to 682. Could you please correct the judge?
Ladies and gentlemen, the result of Class 69, which is a Brahman bull, 24 months and under 30 months. First, catalogue number 517, Hazelton Napoleon 7438, exhibited by the Kirk family. Second is catalogue number 519, Busy V8 FAH V8M, exhibited by Busy Brahmans. And third is catalogue number 518, Raglan RAG 4732M, exhibited by Raglan Brahmans. Our judge, Mr. Lawson Geddes, will now comment on these bulls. Cam, got the name wrong. Sorry.
Ladies and gentlemen, 3 good bulls in this class, but I went with this bull up in first place. Just his overall volume and size and scale got him up into first place. This is a bull that's got a lot of weight for age to him. He's a bull that's got a lot of length to him and a lot of thickness to him. And he's a big, strong bull, and he's definitely carrying a lot of fleshing. This bull in second place, probably the soundest bull in the class. Actually walks out, most free moving bull. He's quite well put together. He's a bull that's thick in the hind quarter and very good over his top line and clean underneath. It was just the overall scale of a bull that above him that got him, and his weight for age that got him, that put him down into second place over that bull in first place. This bull in third place, he's a bull that's carrying quite a bit of muscling to him. He's a bull that's got a lot of depth of body to him. He's good along his top line. I'd probably like to see him with a little bit of overall thickness to him with those bulls up above him, and probably a little bit more length of body to him. But he's a functional type bull, and 3 very, very good bulls. Thank you.
Yes, that one will go into a new stream, and that should be for the rest of the afternoon. This one will go into a new stream, that'll be for the rest of the afternoon.
Thank you, Lawson. We now move to the final bull class for 2026, which is the Class 70, Brahman bull, 30 months and under 42 months. And I believe we have catalogue numbers 520 to 524 to parade. Thank you. Catalogue 520 weighs 920 kgs with P8 and rib fat measurements of 13 and 10 millimetres and an eye muscle area of 143 square centimetres. Catalogue 521 weighs 988 kgs with P8 and rib fat measurements of 14 and 10 millimetres and an eye muscle area of 142 square centimetres. Catalogue 522 weighs 904 kgs with P8 and rib fat measurements of 12 and 9 millimetres and an eye muscle area of 138 square centimetres. Catalogue 523 weighs 1,030 kgs, P8 and rib fat measurements of 16 and 14 millimetres and eye muscle area of 152 square centimetres. And catalogue number 524 weighs 964 kgs with P8 and rib fat measurements of 16 and 14 millimetres and an eye muscle area of 136 square centimetres. Ladies and gentlemen, the result of Class 70, which is a Brahman bull 30 months and under 42 months. First, catalogue number 523, Whittaker Mr. Tomahawk, exhibited by Whittaker Brahman Stud. And second is catalogue number 520, Sunnyside Park Mr. Jonathan, exhibited by Sunnyside Park Brahmans. And third is catalogue number 522, Busy Unreal U45, exhibited by Busy Brahmans. And our judge, Mr. Lawson Cam, will now comment on this class.
Ladies and gentlemen, a strong class in these senior bulls, and all very good bulls, and got bulls that are carrying a lot of weight to them, and doing it efficiently, and this is what we're after. But I went with this bull up in first place. This bull's the most structurally correct in the class. He's a bull that walks out really well, and he's very mobile on those feet and legs, and he's 1,030 kilos, so he's carrying the weight very efficiently. He's a bull that's got a lot of length of body to him. He's very good along his top line. He's clean through his underline. You get behind him, he's got a lot of thickness to him, and you get in front of him, he's got a lot of sire appeal, and he stands very wide in those front legs, and his capacity carries right through him. He's a bull that's got good length of body and good depth of body to him, and he's an even, well put together bull, and very good bull. This bull in second place, I really like this bull. He's a bull that I think is very structurally sound. He's a bull that's good along his top line. He's a bull that's clean in his underline, and got a bit of sire appeal. He's just in second place. He's just obviously hasn't got the same weight for age or the size or the capacity of that bull up in front of him. But he's a very well put together bull, and structurally sound, and correct silver bull. This bull in third place, he's a bull that's got a lot of depth of body to him. He's carrying good fleshing to him, a lot of muscling down through his hind quarter. I'd probably like to see him a little cleaner in his underline. And he's obviously not carrying the weight for age of that bull up in first place, but he's a well put together bull and got a bit of sire appeal to him, and a handy bull. Thank you.
Thanks, Lawson, and we now move to the judging of the senior champion Brahman bull for 2026. And we should have catalogue numbers 511, 515, 517, 523 to parade, please. Would the reserve placings in each of those classes please stand by in case they're required for the judging of the reserve senior champion.
very much, Simon. Ladies and gentlemen, that does conclude judging for the Royal Queensland Show for 2026 in the Droughtmaster Ring. I'd like to take this opportunity once again to thank our over-judge, Mr. Wayne York, and our associate judge, Mr. O'Reilly, for their judging today. I'd also like to thank all our spectators and exhibitors for coming along. Stewards. There are quite a few champion trophies here still, so if you do have one in hand, if you can come and grab that would be great. We will take a break till 12 o'clock before we kick off with the drafters, which will happen in the morning. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, after the conclusion of the judging of the senior champion bull, the grand champion bull, we'll move to the judging of the groups. Class 71 pair of bulls, Class 72 the breeders group, and Class 73 the progeny stakes group. And if there are any withdrawals in those classes, would you please advise the stewards? Thank you. Can we have catalogue number 520 to parade as well, please, for the judging of the senior champion Brangus bull. Get it right yet, ladies. Brahman bull. 511. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, the senior champion Brahman bull for 2026 is catalogue number 523, Whittaker Mr. Tomahawk, exhibited by Whittaker Brahman Stud, and the reserve champion is catalogue number 511, Raglan Mr. Hayden, RAG 4870M, exhibited by Raglan Brahmans. Our judge, Mr. Lawson Cam, will now comment on these two bulls.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good line-up there in the champion division for this year's show, and a heck of a show, and it was a pleasure to go through those bulls, and I was very impressed that they were very even in type, and that's what I like to see when we come into those championship divisions. And but I just really couldn't go past this bull. I put up in the champion place. We start at the front of this bull. He's a bull that's very masculine, and he's got good width between his eyes, and he's a bull that's got a lovely muzzle to him and a lot of thickness through his head, and he's a bull that's good through his shoulders, and he's clean in his shoulders, and he's got a lot of thickness through his front legs, and he stands on good bone, and he stands very square, and he's a bull that's very good along his top line. He's a bull that's got a lot of length to his body, and he's a bull that's clean in his underlines, and when we get behind him, he's got a lot of thickness to him, and it carries right through him and goes right down through his hindquarter. He's got a bull that's got good testicular development, and he's very sound through there, and he's reproductively very sound, and he's a very good bull, I feel, for a good example of the Brahman breed, and it's a pleasure to have him as my champion here today. This bull I put up for reserve. I really like this young bull. I think he's got a lot of potential to him. I really like how he's very strong along his spine and his top line. You get behind him and he's got nice thickness to him. It carries right down through his hind legs, and he's very sound in his feet and legs. He's a bull that's got a good soul appeal to him, and very correct young bull, free moving sort of a bull, and I think he's got a big future to him, that young calf, and it won't be long that he'll be up there in the champion positions, and that shows definitely when he gets a bit older. But he's a very good bull. Thank you.
Thank you for those comments, Lawson. And we'll move very quickly to the judging of the Grand Champion Brahman Bull for 2026. We'll have catalogue numbers 484 and 523 to parade. Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, for the judging of the Grand Champion Brahman Bull for 2026, we have catalogue numbers 478 and 523 parading. The Grand Champion receives the Shield and Perpetual Trophy from the RNA, sponsored by the Australian Brahman Breeders Association. Also the Elders Shield of Excellence, sponsored by Elders Limited, and I believe being presented here today by Mitchell Jackson from Elders Stud Stock at Mergen. So we thank elders very much for the provision of those shields for many years for all breeds in the stud beef judging. It's very much appreciated.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the Grand Champion this year, we've got two very, very good animals out here, and the Junior Bull and the Senior Bull, and I really like how they're very, very similar in type, and the Junior Bull's just like a smaller version of the Senior Bull, and as far as type goes, and they're both bulls that have got a lot of length of body to them, and they're both bulls that stand on good bone, and it's very structurally sound, and they're very good along their top lines, and they're very clean through their underlines, and you can see they've got a lot of sire appeal to them, both of them, and they're really good credit to their owners, both bulls, and it's good to see bulls like this in the Brahman breeding. We know that they'll go out and do a job at what we're looking for in the industry, and but they can only vote one winner today, and I'm not going to start pulling them apart. I think they both bulls are very good bulls, and you could go either way. But I've got to pick a grand champion today, and I'll go ahead now and pick my grand champion.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the Grand Champion Brahman Bull for 2026 is catalogue number 523. And that is Whittaker Mr. Tomahawk HWIT 3330M, exhibited by Whittaker Brahman Stud. And as I mentioned earlier, he receives the Elder Shield of Excellence, the Perpetual Trophy, sponsored by the Australian Brahman Breeders Association, and also the Elders Shield of Excellence, sponsored by Elders Limited. And that's being presented here today by Mitchell Jackson from Elders Stud Stock at Mergen. Righto. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we'll move on now to the judging of the Brahman groups for 2026, commencing with Class 71, which is a pair of bulls bred and owned by the exhibitor and must be entered in the general classes. So if we can have those entries in the ring, please. If there are any withdrawals, will you please advise the stewards as soon as possible? Thank you. Where's he gone? He's third. 527. Ladies and gentlemen, the result of Class 71, which is a Brahman group pair of bulls, bred and owned by the exhibitor and must be entered into general classes. And first is catalogue number 527, exhibited by the Kirk family. Second is catalogue number 526, exhibited by Busy Brahmans. And third is catalogue number 525, exhibited by Raglan Brahmans. Our judge, I know, I'm just wondering whether you're going to say anything or not.
I'm going to say
Lawson Cam is going to comment on this class.
No worries, I'll comment. Ladies and gentlemen, good to see so many bulls out here in the class together, and all good, strong, functional bulls. And but I went with these pair of bulls up in first place, probably because of just evenness of the two bulls, very very similar in type. They're both bulls that carry a lot of weight for age, a lot of muscle to them. Bulls that have got a lot of length of body to them, a lot of thickness when you look into them, and they're clean bulls underlines, and bulls with a bit of sire appeal to them, and two very, very good bulls that even in type. That's what I was looking for. And same two of these two bulls in second place. Two bulls that are also very even in their type. The bulls that are strong along their top line. Bulls that are very functionally sound and tidy underlines and a bit of sire appeal to them. And I can see where the breed is going with those two bulls, and probably just lacking the overall capacity of those two bulls up above them, and volume and scale. That's all. But in these two bulls in third position, these bulls are sort of burly beef type bulls. They're bulls that are carrying a lot of muscling to them, a lot of depth of body to them. Two bulls, probably not as even as those two first and second groups above them, but two bulls that very much got their place in our industry. Thank you.
Thank you, Lawson. Ladies and gentlemen, we move now to Class 72, which is the Brahman Breeders Group, and that comprises 3 animals with both sexes to be represented, bred and owned by the exhibitor. And all animals must be entered in the general classes. So can we have, from what I understand, catalogue numbers 530 to 535 to parade, please? If there are any withdrawals, would you please notify one of the stewards here today. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, the result of Class 72, which is the Brahman Breeders Group, of 3 animals, both sexes represented, bred and owned by the exhibitor. So first is catalogue number 531, exhibited by Raglan Brahmans. Second is catalogue number 534, exhibited by the Kirk family. And third is catalogue number 533, exhibited by Busy Brahmans. I'll now ask our judge, Lawson Cam, to comment on these groups.
Ladies and gentlemen, before I comment on these groups, could everybody just put their hands together for such a great lineup of cattle? And it's been a pleasure to be here today to judge all these cattle out in the ring. And I really do think the Brahman breed's in great hands when we see all these cattle, quality cattle out in the ring like we've seen today. And as far as a group goes, I was looking for animals that are consistently the same type, and what I'm looking for, structurally sound. I went with this this first group here. I really like this bull. He was my reserve senior bull, and he's a very good, well put together young bull, and got the grand champion cow, and a class winner on down the back here. So they're all very, very good animals, and what I'm looking for, the females are feminine, the bull's masculine, and structurally sound, and they're just doing a job, and exactly what we need in the industry, and credit to the exhibitor of that group. This next group, these are cattle that carry a lot of muscling to them and a lot of weight for age, and you can see they're all similar in that type. Got a lot of length of body to them. Cattle that are strong along their top lines, and good bone, and tight enough underneath, and the bulls are masculine, the females are feminine, and a nice even looking group. I went with a red group third. I really admire the evenness of this group, and can see where the breed is going. The bulls are very strong along their top lines, and this I like this female. She's very feminine, and a clean-bodied female, and they're a very even type group, and probably just I haven't got the overall scale of those two groups up above them, but very good functional type cattle. All through, credit to all the exhibitors, and thank you for bringing out those breeders groups here today.
Thanks. Thank you, Lawson. Ladies and gentlemen, we move now to the final Brahman judging group for the day, and that's Class 73, which is the Progeny Stakes group, and that comprises 3 animals owned by the exhibitor, with both sexes to be represented, and all the progeny of one sire or dam, and all animals must be entered in the general classes. So can we have, from what I understand, catalogue numbers 536, 537 and 538 to parade? Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, the result of Class 73, which is the Brahman Progeny Group Stakes Group, which comprises 3 animals owned by the exhibitor with both sexes represented and all the progeny of one sire or dam. And first is catalogue number 536, exhibited by Raglan Brahmans. Second is catalogue number 537, exhibited by Busy Brahmans. And third is catalogue number 538, exhibited by Sunnyside Park Brahmans. I'll now ask our judge, Mr. Lawson Cam, to comment on this class.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Sires Progeny class, and it's a very important class, I think, that we have at the shows, and we can see where what sires are in the industry and what sires are doing a job for the breeders and also for the industry as a whole, because a lot of those sires go out and get used extensively. And I went with this group up in first place. I like the evenness of this group, and I could see where the breeder's going with this sire, and he's obviously the sire of the Grand Champion cow and the reserve senior bull, so he's doing a good job. And this younger female at the back is a similar style to those and those others in the group, and cattle that are functionally sound and good feet and legs on them, and the bulls are masculine, the cows are feminine, and good shape to them. And he's a bull that's doing a great job for that exhibitor. This group in second place, a very even group, and I could see that this sire really stamps his progeny, and he puts a lot of sire appeal in those young bulls, and very good top line cattle. They are very strong along their spine, and the cattle that are very mobile and free walking, and it's good to see, and good underlines and in the bulls and the female, and tidy functional type cattle. A very even group. The group that come down to the third place, probably a little bit more inconsistent to the groups up above them, but they're cattle that are carrying good fleshing through them all, and you can see the sire doing a job here of similar type. And thank you to all the exhibitors for that sires progeny group.
Yeah, well, I will too. Go on, after you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that I think concludes today's judging at the Brahmans here this year, and I just like to extend my gratitude to the ECA Society, the RNA here, and the Brahman Breeders Association for giving me the opportunity to come here today and judge these Brahmans here today. And it was a wonderful lineup, and I got to congratulate all the exhibitors that participated here today, and I congratulated you how you all handled it in the marshalling yard there, and come in. It was a smooth running and smooth run by all. I know it takes a team of people to run these things, and I thank you all for the effort that you put in, and it was great to see good Brahmans out here in the ring. So thank you all involved, and thank you for a great day.
Thanks very much, Lawson, and I'd just like to extend my appreciation too for the things that you've mentioned. It's been a great effort on the behalf of exhibitors in getting your stock out here into the ring in prompt time. Thank you very much for that. Thank you to the stewards for their work in assisting with that, and particularly I'd like to thank our judge, Mr. Lawson Camp, for his informative comments. So on that note, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the Brahman judging for 2026. Thank you very much for your attendance.
Gender View Invitational Bull Sale will offer 65 industry-relevant Limousin and Angus bulls at the Coolabunga Sale Yards, August 15th. Semen and morphology tested, fully vaccinated, a bull for everyone. Contact your preferred GDL agent. The Gender View Invitational Bull Sale will offer 65